What's going on, everybody? Tatiani Favors here, your tax business coach, and y'all get my face today. Okay, no presentation, no anything. I actually didn't even have time to create a presentation, so I'm like, I'm going to talk to them today. I actually had a few modules to update for Tax Boss Academy Digital, which launches on Monday, July 8th. Okay, so if you have not signed up, go ahead and do so. Actually, today, that's when this video drops. I can't keep a secret. And I usually don't like to date my videos, but the cat's out the bag, okay? So today, July 8th, is when Tax Boss Academy Digital launches, and we are welcoming in all of our OGs and our newbies. Oh, that rhymed. And I'm super excited. Okay, and so you can join today. It's only a one-time payment. Okay, you can join today because we meet tomorrow. Okay, we meet every week. We meet every Tuesday. Okay, so join today so you can meet with us live in the morning. Okay, but I'm super excited about that. I've been recording all day. My voice is kind of hoarse. So I'm like, you know what? I haven't done a YouTube video yet. Let me go ahead and do it for the people because I promised y'all a video a week. So here we go. I really wanted to talk to you all about, I want to talk to y'all about now that it's July, now that we're in the second half of the year, what you need to be doing to prepare for tax season. But we're going to go through some paths in order to get there. Yes, tax season is coming up, but something that's coming up before tax season that I think is just as important and will catapult or destroy your actual tax season is quarter four. Q4 is coming up, okay? And if you're not familiar with me, you know that I strongly believe that Q4, quarter four, the last 3 months of the year, October, November, December, is prime time marketing season for tax professionals. Don't believe me? Go on social media and scroll down and look at October, November, December. Everybody and their mom and their daddy who maybe even have thought about preparing taxes are like, get ready for tax season. Tax season is coming up. Who's preparing your taxes? Okay, all of those things, right? That's how I read them too. Who's preparing your taxes? Okay, anyway. So you see all of that, right? You see all of that. People are hitting it hard quarter four. That is prime time marketing season, right? And so before you even prepare for tax season, you need to prepare for quarter four. And that's what I want this video to be about. What you need to be doing now to not only prepare for tax season, but to prepare for quarter four. Let's talk about it. Let's prepare for quarter four. It is quarter three now. You have July, August, September to prepare for the most important quarter of the year. Okay? People say tax season is the most important. That's when you do the thing. But you don't just wake up doing the thing. There's always a lead up. Because if you don't have clients, if you don't market your business, if no one knows that you prepare taxes, then your tax season is going to be very quiet. You're not going to be preparing no taxes. You're not going to be doing any of that. So I'm not telling y'all you should not be learning taxes at this time. But I'm also encouraging you to add preparing for quarter four. Okay? Because if you don't, then like I said, tax season is going to be a dud. How do you prepare for quarter four? How do you prepare to market your business? And I know y'all probably have heard me teach this before, but you're going to hear it again because it's that important and it's that good. Okay? I call it the triple M's. The triple M's. Market, message, and media in that order. Market, message, and media in that order. Okay? Market, short for target market. Short for target market. Meaning, who are you marketing? Who is your audience? It's also AKA niche if you want to niche down, whatever. But target market, who are you talking to? Who do you want to market? And a great thing about being self-employed or being a business owner is that you get to choose that market. You get to choose who you want to talk to. You get to choose who do you want as clients. And even if you're already even if you already have clients, you can choose a different target. I didn't like my existing clientele, so I changed. Okay, because quiet as kept, I found out that the people who pay you the least give you the most headache. It is the craziest thing. Someone can pay me $100 and will hunt me down and stalk me like I did something to their mother. But someone can pay me $5,000 and I never hear from them again until the services is complete. It is a different mindset. It is two different types of people. But I no longer wanted to deal with those people anymore. So I changed my clientele back in the day to more business people and things of that nature. And so don't think that if you already have started in your tax business and you already have a client base, that you don't have to service them anymore unless you choose not to, or you can't start going after a new market, because you can, because I did. Okay. So I just wanted to throw that out there. So who do you want to work with? What is that person? Do you want to work with people in a certain industry? Realtors, makeup artists, whomever. Who is that person? Okay. And then, of course, I know y'all heard of create a, what do they call it? An avatar and all of that. So the age range. Let's talk about age range real quick. I don't want to hear your market is people between the ages of 18 and 65. That is way too general. Okay? No way, Jose. No way, no ma'am. No Pam. What is it? No ma'am, no Pam. Okay? No. Because yes, people between the ages of 18 and 65 must file a tax return, but you will not speak to an 18-year-old the same way you would speak to a 65-year-old about preparing taxes. The 18-year-old probably has their first job, have W-2 employment, that's it. The 65-year-old, has retirement, might own a business, all the things. Two completely different circumstances. So pick an age range. If we're doing age range, I recommend no more than a 10-year gap. Okay? 25 to 35. 35 to 45. Something like that. No longer than a 10-year gap range, right? So if we're going to go ages, no more than a 10-year range. You do want to pick what type of industry. Are they do they own a business? Are they a W-2 employee? And then if they do own a business, what type of business? Because you have service-based businesses and product-based. And you would speak to product-based people differently than you would someone who offers services. Okay? So you have to understand who you're talking to. So when you move to the second M, message, you understand how to talk to them. Right? So after you've identified who you're talking to, who you want to market, your target market, then you move into message, aka your marketing message. Okay? And that essentially answers the question, why? Why should someone choose you over H&R Block, over the mom and pop tax firm, over the online tax gurus tax firm? Why should someone choose your tax firm versus someone else's? And how you communicate that is how you speak to your target market. Okay. And so within your target, within your marketing message, there are things that you have to do and questions that you have to answer, such as your USPs. What's your unique selling proposition? In layman's terms, what makes you so special? And it better not be timely filed tax returns. Okay. Because that's not something unique and special. That is a requirement. That is basic. Like, great customer service, that's not something unique. That's basic. You should file taxes timely. You should give great customer service. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little peed over here. Because I hate when I see stuff like that. And I hate when people teach other people like, yeah, say about your customers. Like, no, that's a given. You have a business, that's a requirement. That is a standard. That's not something unique. It's not. Okay, anyway, let me get off of it. But why you, not them? And when we're talking about messaging, you have to know how to speak to your audience. So again, once you identify who you're talking to, you not only identify who you're talking to, but you're also identifying their pain points, and you understand not only the jargon in that industry, but their experience with the whole tax filing process in general, but also what their needs are. What are their needs? Okay. If you decide so let's say your target market are like makeup artists, right? So let's do a makeup artist versus like a firefighter. Okay. A firefighter is a W-2 wage employee. Pretty simple tax return, don't really have too much going on, might have a few kids or whatnot, might be married, but that's very much straightforward. You would talk to that firefighter much differently. Your messaging would be much different than if you're talking to the makeup artist who works for themselves, okay? Your messaging would be a little different. Their pain points are different. The makeup artist is worried about, well, when I buy supplies, can I deduct that? What's a business expense versus what's not a business expense? I drove here to do a wedding. Is any of that deductible? What does this look like on taxes? How does this transfer? Also, to understand the psychology of your target market. If your target market is, let's keep it going with the makeup artist, you have to understand that makeup artists are creative people, aka creatives. So other people that are creatives, you have photographers, videographers, makeup artists, hairstylists. These are people who are creatives, and they live in the clouds. Not because they're high, but because they're creative. So they're like up here and they're creating stuff, like fantastic stuff, like great, fantastic stuff, right? They hate paperwork and all the things that taxes require, okay? Like it goes against everything they know to be true in life, okay? Like they are not with it. And so when you are thinking about how you're going to approach your target market, in this example, makeup artists, aka creatives, then your messaging, you want to cater to their pain points, their worries, their concerns. And so your messaging to that particular group of people may be something like, we'll make it easy for you. Hey, click this link to get the top 10 the most used business expenses for makeup artists, for creatives. Hey, did you know that if you go XYZ to do a group of people's makeup, you can deduct those expenses, and your message will be now catered to that market. So everyone that your message specifically caters to, it resonates with them immediately, and now you have uniquely separated yourself from everyone else who's just like, hey, I prepare taxes for everybody. Hey, I'm a tax specialist. I'm a tax analyst. I do all of these things. But now you're just not a tax preparer or a tax specialist. You're a tax preparer that specializes in makeup artistry. You're a tax preparer that specializes with truck drivers, with truckers. You're a tax specialist who specializes in ABC industry. So you immediately separate yourself from everyone else that's just like, you get a tax return, you get a tax return. Now you have a niche and you have a specialty. Because one thing is about it, the people with money, they don't want a jack of all trades. Okay? The person who, my esthetician, okay, I don't want her, and this is no shade to anybody. Okay? This is no shade to anybody. I don't want my esthetician with a travel agency, repairs credit and sells insurance, and, on the side, does waxes. No, I want her in her spare time, if she has spare time, to be learning about how to the newest, latest and greatest ways to wax, the latest and greatest waxes that don't hurt, you know what I'm saying? I want her to specialize in this. So when I pay her, when I go to her, I know I'm in the best hands and she's not stretched thin. She gives her all to her, she gives her all to her pocket. She's in her pocket all the time. And that's a football reference. In your pocket. If you're a quarterback, I'm not even going to explain it, but she's in her realm of genius. Okay? I don't want her doing all the things. Some of y'all still think, I'm a jack of all trades. I can do what? If you're a jack of all trades, you're a master of none, you're stretched thin, and now it looks like you're just trying to get money. And if I feel like you're trying to get money, why would I give you my social security number, my good address, my child's social security number, his good address, how much I make, my bank account information, everything that you would need to take my stuff? I don't feel safe. Stranger danger. Okay? And a lot of y'all are looking like stranger danger out here. So, I say that to say, it's cool to niche down. Okay. A lot of people say, well, I don't want to miss out on any money. I don't want to miss out on any clients. Actually, the opposite happens. When you actually niche down, you tend to make more money because you tend to get more clients, because that's when word of mouth really works. Because who knows people in their same industry? People in that industry. I know so many tax professionals, it's ridiculous. Why? Because I'm in this industry. If your industry is makeup artists, and we'll just keep that example going, then guess what? Then that client knows another makeup artist who knows another makeup artist, and guess what conversation they're having? Oh girl, you need to go to ABC tax firm. They got me right, and they specialize in what we do. They specialize in makeup artists. So she's not just any tax preparer. She specializes in what we do. Okay? And that's boom. Now you got word of mouth working for you. All because you decided to speak directly to a specific audience. And let me also say that when you decide to choose a target audience, it doesn't mean that if someone comes to you and they're not a makeup artist, you're like, oh no, you're not my target market. I can't prepare your taxes. That's not what I'm saying, and that's not what choosing a market is. You can still prepare taxes in other industries and people who aren't your target market. But when you target your market, what you are deciding to do is to publicly and intentionally go after a specific market and use your resources in order to do that. So if you decide to get ads anywhere, Google, Facebook, YouTube, whatever, they ask you, who do you want to see this ad? And if you say everybody, that ad is not going to work. That's why people like, ads don't work. I spent all this money on ads and I didn't get any clients, because you weren't specific enough. You lacked clarity. Okay, that's what happens. If you have $50 to spend on an ad and you're saying, show this ad to everybody, and it shows to me, I have my own tax business. Why would I come to you for tax preparation? You just wasted some money. But that same $50, and you tell that platform, hey, only show to these people between these ages who does this. Now, boom, that ad is going to soar. That ad is going to do so much better, and you will probably yield some really great results from that ad. So you have to know who you're targeting, so then you can know how to talk to them. And then that leads me into my third M, which is media. Okay, media. And media answers the question how. What vehicle will you use to get your message to your market? So media is just the vehicle that you use to get your message to your market. So media is just any type of marketing platform. So of course, the most popular is social media. We're on social media right now. That's not the only platform. You still have flyers, you still have radio, you have podcasts, you have TV, you have emails, you have so many different types of media now that you can market on, and you have to decide what media you want to use. But let me tell you, you don't just decide what media you want to use. You need to decide your media based on where your clients are. You go to them. Until you get big enough, people will come to you, but you are not Nike right now. You are not H&R Block or Liberty Tax Services right now. So you have to go to your client. So you can't go to your client, or you don't know where your client is if you don't know who they are. So going back to the example, if your ideal client, aka your target market, are makeup artists, they probably are on a platform like Instagram where they can show their work. Instagram is very picture heavy, real heavy, picture and video heavy. They want to be able to show the beats. They want to see, they want you to see how they beat what they say, beat them to the gods, or I don't know, whatever. They want to show you that fresh beat. They can't really do that on Facebook because Facebook is more text. Yes, you can share videos and pictures on Facebook, but it's not how it is on Instagram, of course. If you have a more buttoned up type of business owner, high network individuals is your target market, then maybe LinkedIn is the place for you. If you have an older market, people who have W-2 are wage employees, maybe Facebook is where they are. But you have to understand who your client is and where they are. And you get to understand where they are because you understand who they are, what they're interested in, what they're looking for, and that will tell you where they are on these social media platforms. Sometimes you might need to just do some in-person marketing or whatnot. That's a type of media. Okay, being a vendor or sponsoring some type of event that has something to do with your industry, that can be considered a type of media. So you see how they have to be in that order. Market, message, media, in that order. Figure out who you're talking to first so you can figure out what to say to them. And then you figure out how you can get that message to that particular market. And y'all spend this Q3 working those 3 things out. Then by the time Q4 hits, okay, you add a little strategy up in that mix. Okay. And boom, you are killing the game in Q4. You just stay consistent. And consistent means something that you can keep up with. So consistent doesn't mean 3 times a day if you know that that's not your life and you're not going to keep up with posting 3 times a day. If you can, go for it for sure. But if you can't, start off with a couple times a week. And then once you have that, ramp it up a little bit. Hire someone to help you with your social media if social media is the media you want to use. Okay? But get ready for Q4, because if you do Q4 right, then your tax season is going to be amazing, at least as far as clients are concerned. Now we'll talk about some other things in the next video, but I want y'all to focus on that, ironing that out and having the level of clarity that you've never had before. So when quarter four gets here, you are in your ideal audience's face and they know who you are, they know your company, they know how you are of a benefit to them, and they are like, I want to give this person money in exchange for tax preparation services. Got it? Okay, guys. Until next time, I'll see y'all later. Peace.